Live now here on Blaze Sports. It's Arizona State University hosting Marist for tonight's water polo matchup here at the ASU Invitational 2026. Currently, we pick up with 4:32 remaining in quarter number one. Arizona State University tied up at 1 with Marist currently. Ball at the midline, thrown over near side. ASU trying to get wide on defense, and the ball thrown off to the left side of the net. Sun Devils will recover. Pushed up on the far left side over on the opposing corner. ASU trying to get in scoring position out in front of the net and thrown it. Bounced out. Still at the midline. And thrown out. Right out in front of the 2-meter line. Whistle blown. Marist gets it back. ASU will recover. Ball being held over on the far side. In the corner. Now thrown cross near left side. ASU throwing it in. Clips in on the right side of the net, and the Sun Devils back up on top. Three minutes, 11 seconds left here, quarter number one. Jaden Ricken on the call. ASU Invitational running a little long today. Sun Devils started their matchup about 40 minutes after the scheduled time. Now it's Marist, far side. They'll throw, tipped away and defended by the Sun Devils in the net. A weak attempt, but they were there on defense nonetheless. They'll push it up on the far side. Ball out in front. Trying to get there in time. Sun Devils have it for the moment. Hanging out right near the edge. Dipped back. Passed across the pool over near side. Back towards the middle. Deep out at the yellow line. And they get goal number 3. ASU trying to run it up early in the first. 2:33 remaining in quarter number one. ASU 10-1 on the season so far. An undefeated 7-0 at home. Marist near side on the edge. Pass into the corner and nobody looking. We'll reset. Jolanta Zapanti has it. Near corner looking. Left-hand throw, and that one bounced, deflected, and the Sun Devils come up on defense once again. 2:05 left in quarter number one. Deep shot near side out in front. ASU pushing over on the left side. Looking, and a weak throw taken away. Earlier today, 10 a.m., Arizona State took on the University of Pacific. 17-5 victory. And that's kind of been the theme of this whole season for ASU. It's just been dominating win after dominating win. They've only had one loss so far, and that was a tough one against UCLA. They took the L 8-15. Besides that, they had a great undefeated 6-0 start to the season, trying to become one of those really competitive squads. Marist out in front, they lose it. Little pop-up throw taken away by the goalie for the Sun Devils. ASU still in the lead, 3-1. $1:15 left in the first. Ball over on the far side, now thrown across, near left corner. Sun Devils trying to get repositioned. Moving around, the spin, out in front, going right up near the edge. Worked out back in front, now down low. ASU trying to find the gap and two-hand slam away. The solid defensive stop prevents ASU. And the Sun Devils able to move the ball efficiently down there on offense. Right now, the struggle has just been able to work around Marist's defenders. .20 seconds left. ASU back on the offensive. And they'll turn it over. They'll reposition, and now the clock resumes play, taking it straight up to the midline. Looking around. Marist going a little bit forward up. Everybody down there. 6 seconds on the clock. Looking left, looking right, looking down the middle. Nothing open. 3 seconds. Looking, throwing, blocked away. 1 second. That's it for quarter number one. ASU still in the lead, 3-1. Stay locked and loaded. We'll be right back on Blaze Sports in 3 minutes.
Welcome to 12 Stories Up, hosted by Luke Lendler, Joaquin Rodriguez, and Dominic Pasella, where we discuss the 12 hottest stories in the world of sports.
Only one guy in the league has a chance to be the GOAT, Wimby. Wimby is on GOAT trajectory. There's nobody else close.
Nobody throws a better ball than Joe Burrow in the league. He really throws the best ball in the league.
Even if you don't got a top 5, you still got to be top 7.
Dom, you were on JV and could go in that offense and throw for the same many yards.
So come 12 Stories Up with us every Friday from 11 a.m. to noon on Blaze Radio.
Do you like MMA or UFC? Well, come check out Unanimous Decision, the all-purpose MMA show where we interview professional fighters and debate past, current, and future events in the UFC. Tune in every Monday at 7:30 p.m. for the Unanimous Decision.
Tune in to Specific Sports on Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Arizona time. Your host Jordan Pullet and co-host Noah Chavez discuss everything to do West Coast sports, whether it's the MLB playoffs, beginning of the NBA season, college sports, or even the biggest chunk of the NFL season. Tune in every single Wednesday to hear two West Coast natives discuss everything to do with West Coast sports in the fall on BlazeRadioOnline.com.
Whether you call it soccer, football, or footy, all of those are synonymous with the world's game. Across the pond, with Andrew Evans and Seth Golevsky, as you covered with all the footy action throughout Europe and throughout the world. From the Premier League to the Champions League, and with the 2026 World Cup coming up, we'll have it all for you guys throughout the year. Be sure to tune in every Monday from 4:30 to 5 Arizona time on BlazeRadioOnline.com.
Hi everyone, I'm Bella.
And I'm Landon, and this is Album Explained.
Catch us on BlazeRadioOnline.com every Wednesday at 12:30 p.m. or on your favorite podcast streaming service.
Every week, tune in to hear us talking about and dissecting a different album, from artists like Pink Campers, Fleetwood Mac, and more.
As we try not to get off track by talking about random things like Jinx Monsoon and Lane and Drew.
Or Bella's thumb issues.
Thanks for
So as we get ready to resume play here in Tempe, Arizona at the Sun Devil Invitational, ASU leads 3-1 over the Red Foxes at the start of quarter number 2. Both teams going at it now towards the midline. The beginning, ball in on the near side. ASU able to tip it back. Macy McGee had it for a second. Really been one of the best freshmen on the team so far this season out of Las Vegas. Ball over on the far side, far left corner, looking around, smothering defense. ASU working it out, now trying to get open down low, right in front of the net, moving around, pass, tipped, in. Correction, ASU blocked in the net. The Red Fox on the near side. Foul resets it. For Marist, they'll go back towards the midline. And it's been a struggle to get clean looks for them this game. Opposite side, 2 on the shot clock, and they will lose it. Another failed attempt as ASU will reset from the goalie all the way on the opposing right side. To the midway, and now it's 3 Sun Devils pushing up on the far side. Looking around, left-handed pass, down low, 2-on-1, quick swerve. Now back out in front, and this one able to swivel its way in. ASU in the lead by 3 with 6:50 left in quarter number 2. Foxes just kind of overcommitting a little bit on defense on some of these plays. And ASU will fake the pass. Pass elsewhere, and then boom, it's a wide open lane. As we resume over on the far right side of the pool. The Foxes have it now at the midline. 1 Fox back. Contact, and she'll pass it away. And it's turned over as ASU has scooped it up. Damikina Cardos, the freshman for ASU, was able to get it. Now on the attack, ASU down in scoring position. This one that one was pushed away out of the net. ASU with another near miss shot on goal. Looking on the right side, Foxes have it now back at the midline. Still on offense, they push, ASU deflects, ball goes back to the goalie. Now ASU will reset. Looking around. Strong pass out in front, ASU backstroking to get there, they'll scoop it up. 1-on-1, ASU with the Foxes goalie. Left hand lost control and stolen away. Great defensive play as 2 Foxes came and swarmed ASU. Now they'll push it back. Ball still in the net. Foxes get in offense position before they pass. Now at the midline. Looking, throws, hangs out in front, out at the yellow line. And a foul gives it back to ASU. ASU, deep shot down to the left, near side. A little aggressive defense there. And ASU will set it in. There comes the 3-lane pass, and that's money every time. The passing triangle comes up big again as ASU is on top 5-1 with 5:06 remaining in quarter number 2 here at Mona Plummer Aquatics in Tempe, Arizona. ASU, kind of a quieter day today, a little bit more spread out of a schedule, as we talked about a little bit earlier. Just taking on the University of Pacific at 10 a.m. in their 17-5 victory. Well, tomorrow that changes a little bit. They have Cal Lutheran at 9:15, San Diego State at 11:45, and they'll round off the triple against UC Santa Barbara at 3:30 p.m. So almost somewhat of a rest day today, as ASU has it 2-on-1. They're trying to get the sprint out in front and going right down the lane, looking around, hesitating, bouncing, and just nearly went in, able to get a little bit of a hand on it from the Foxes, and they'll prevent goal number 6. And for them, the big concern right now is matching that energy when they're on offense. Has been a struggle, to say the least. Right out in front of the Yellows, swimming in, looking, and a pass over to the left side. Kept out far. And ASU just treading in the middle. 1 second on the shot clock, and that one gets tipped and goes over. Officials will whistle and take the ball. Now they'll drop it back in, and play is resumed out on the far side, right on the edge of the pool. Pushed back, now back by the middle. Ball in no man's land. Foxes push back forward. ASU lets off on defense, trying to retreat inside. Now on the right corner, near side, left-hand block. Good move from the Sun Devils. And the anchor in the net today for ASU. The senior goalkeeper. Passed across. As ASU was able to get it back down on the opposite side of the pool, trying to get going on offense. They have under 10 on the shot clock now. Looking, moving, lost control, tipped out. 5 seconds. Far side, looking, throwing, strong but off to the left. They'll turn it over with 3:28 left, up by 4. Live on Blaze Radio, Blaze Sports. Jaden Ricken on the call for you tonight. ASU trying to keep the undefeated streak alive here at home. The potential to extend that to win number 8 tonight. Big defense comes up clutch again. Failed attempt down low with a block from ASU. And officials, I'm going to take a second to reset. ASU will make a couple substitutions as well during the timeout. So we'll be back in 30. Stay tuned.
Lore of the world behind dungeons.
For centuries, us Homo sapiens have been trying to answer the age-old question: what to do on Sunday mornings, and what would be the best companion to NFL football in the fall. Until now, returning to Blaze Radio.
Ball out on the far left corner as we come back. ASU down on offense. Quick pass near side out in front on the left angle. They'll pass it back to the opposing side, working around. 3 outside, working the passes. Light pass in, yes! The 1-2 play, ASU, little light tap out in front to another Sun Devil sitting right in front of the net. She lets it rip into the back to take a 6-1 lead. 2 minutes and 44 seconds remain in half number 1 here between the Sun Devils and the Marist Red Foxes. Been a couple of blowout wins today across all of the tournament. Just something that I think it tends to happen at some of these invitationals. You know, weaker teams trying to play up, build their strength, and unfortunately, some of them not always ready. The Foxes in scoring position, 5 seconds, right in front, and they lose control, turn it over. ASU has it in the goal. They'll have it now on the far side. Everybody swimming, getting in position as they keep it back. Launch down, still hanging up on that opposing wall, now into the left corner. Quick pass out in front, and just not quite. Not quite enough power. It was kind of puffed up right in front. ASU tried to have a light tap, and ball didn't really go anywhere. Foxes able to hold on and push it away. And they went down the pool, took 20 seconds. Time will reset, goes back to 30 and off to the right. One of the only attempts we've seen, though, even somewhat on goal. Off and wide to the right side of ASU's net. Time still ticking. The sands slowly falling. 1:30. ASU in control. Far side left corner. Looking around. This has been the bread and butter. Out in front of the net. One hand bouncer to the back. And the skip play puts ASU up by lucky number 6. It's a 7-1 game. The Red Foxes desperate for anything. And there's just been very few attempts from Marist to just get the ball anywhere near the goal down on offense. They struggle. The ball's held around that midline most of the game. And 2 quarters in, there would need to be a drastic change. 15 seconds. Good defense. ASU will get called. Right on the line. Now they'll resume. 10 seconds, and the ball's all the way out at the midline, near right side. A foul resets it back to 30. This is a chance here to get goal number 2. Leela McCoyle had it near side. Now that it's worked over opposite left, right into the goalie's hands. No fakes, no moves, just turnovers right now. ASU well positioned. They'll push it back. Far left corner now. 15 on the shot clock. 30 left in the half. And they would love to get one more out in front. 1-on-2. ASU struggling to hold on. For the time being, they have it right out in front of the net on the right side. They'll push it out. Reset, shot clock dark. High ball and goes into the back left end of the net. It had the right amount of arc, and it just swooped its way in. 8-1 for the Sun Devils as they start to kick on the cruise control. And, you know, this is something that we talked about, ASU kind of being used to games like this. Well, so far this season, their high-powered offense has won all but 3 games by a margin of 3 or more goals, and so they're usually not in these close situations. They get the ball back from the Foxes out in front. One more attempt, but tipped away from the goalie, up and over with 3 seconds, 3/10 of a second left, and ASU will get one last little chance on the far left corner. They throw out in front, and that'll do it. So the first half concludes here in Tempe. Arizona State up 8-1 over the Marist Red Foxes. We return in 5 minutes here on Blaze Sports for half number 2.
Online.com every Thursday at noon for an hour of motorsports madness.
Join myself, Andrew Hazlett, and my co-host Ethan Ignatowski for the Loose Wheel Show. We'll tell you everything you need to know for the upcoming race week.
From news to predictions, we have you covered. So make sure to tune in.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Bill Austin Radio Studio in downtown Phoenix, Blaze Radio presents Boxing vs. Everyone. I'm Edward Eamon, host of Boxing vs. Everyone. Tune in Saturdays at 8 a.m. on Blaze Radio at blazeradioonline.com for the latest boxing analysis, news, updates, and more.
While others are sleeping, we are up breaking down the sports world. the NFL, NBA, MLB, NHL, college football, college baseball, UFC, and so much more.
For your weekly sports news, tune into the Breakdown After Dark on BlazeRadioOnline.com with Casey Smith, Aiden Dobell, and Keenan Vaughn, Tuesday nights from 9 to 10 p.m.
The Psychology of Music. I am your host, Emily Thompson, and each episode I'll be bringing a guest with me where we'll discuss on this zestful radio show the deep connection between music and the human mind. Each episode we will select a song or two about how the different sounds, rhythms, and melodies influence our emotions and behaviors. Whether you're a music lover, musician, or simply just curious about the power of vibration and sound, tune in on Wednesday mornings at 10 a.m. to discuss how your favorite songs psychologically affect you.
Behind the Beat. Welcome back to Behind the Beat, Season 2, starring your hosts, Kat Wong and AJ Shinko. Here on Behind the Beat, we dive into the history behind songs that most people don't know. Why was the song written? What is unique about this artist? What is the history between this singer and this producer? What does that lyric really mean? Find out this and more on Behind the Beat, every Wednesday at 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Mountain Standard Time.
It's time for the Beatdown on Blaze Radio. From 12:30 to 1 p.m. on Tuesday afternoons, Seth Golefsky, Willem Marietta, and Sam Goodman take a deep dive into the ever-changing landscape of the UFC. We're talking tactics, breaking down the biggest fights, and giving you the scoop for what's next in the Ultimate Fighting Championships. Whether you're a diehard fan or new to the fight game, we've got something for you, only on the Beatdown on Blaze Radio.
You Throw Like a Girl is a sports talk show by girls for everyone. Join Ella Walter Sanchez Mondays at 11:30 a.m. on BlazeRadioOnline.com to hear new topics each week about women in sports and beyond. You Throw Like a Girl, Mondays at 11:30 a.m. on Blaze Radio.
If you're a tennis fan and want to take a little break from your day, I'm serving up a show for you. This is your host Pratham Valluri, bringing you Match Point, your weekly tennis content. I'll cover ongoing tournaments, go over the latest news, analyze players and matches, and replay the previous week's biggest moments. Be sure to tune into Match Point every Wednesday from 3:30 to 4 p.m. on Blaze Radio.
Do you play fantasy football? Well, then you need to be tuning into the Fantasy Football Forecast hosted by myself, Jacob Brooks, and my good friend Isaac Robertson here on Blaze Radio.
Every Wednesday from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Arizona time, Jacob and I will break down our biggest fantasy takeaways, trade targets, must-starts, and so much more.
So if you're like me and you'd rather win your league than lose it, you know whose insight to tune into on Wednesday nights from 9 to 10 p.m. on Blaze Radio.
My name is Taylor Gottney.
Back in Tempe, Arizona State hosting Marist Waterpolo matchup tonight on Blaze Sports. It's the beginning of half number 2. ASU in the lead 8-1. And it's the Red Foxes who will take the ball to start. Now they're moving to the left. ASU moving to the right. They have it in the opposing left corner. Offense, a major struggle for them in half number 1. They'll move it out from the left corner back near towards the yellow line centered. And with another whistle, shot clock stopped at 13. They have a little time. Pass out in front, good defense. They're working through the stops right now. 10 seconds on the clock. Passed out wide. Another foul keeps it, so the clock reset to 30. And their ASU, a little bit sloppy on defense right now, giving Red Foxes plenty of chances to look. Right now they have it right hand. Pass back, yellow line looking in the center. Now over near left in front of the net, passed across right, blocked. ASU, great defense in the net. All over the place tonight as they have formed a brick wall around their nets. 1 minute down, quarter number 3, ASU put the ball into play at the midline on the opposing side. Once again working to the right. They have it now centered in front of the yellow. Pushes to the near. Now right out in front of the outline, pushed back in front of the yellow. And ASU turns it over. So perhaps the Red Foxes halftime discussion, cleaning up some of their sloppy defense, and now the bigger thing is just overcoming that 7-point deficit. Ball in the opposing left-hand corner of the pool. 14 on the clock, looking around. Down near the end line. And tip, nobody has it. Foxes have it now. But they'll lose possession on the foul. ASU gets it right back. Deep shot near right corner. ASU getting down, and the ball's there. Looking. Cardos, the freshman, has it. She's going to go up close to the net. Right hand passes back out opposing side on the opposite yellow line. Now down to the red. Backwards flick. And that one was on line, but just not quite enough power. And that one easily blocked away, but the play was there. And now here comes the cherry pick. Opposite left corner. Foxes getting in, one-on-one, looking, throwing, and bounced off to the left. Another deflection coming in the net for the Sun Devils. Just such a force to be reckoned with tonight. 5:48 left in quarter number 3. Still, Sun Devils lead 8-1. Now on offense, from the behind, throwing and in. Number 9 for the Sun Devils, and that one was nothing but net. Such a smooth attempt all the way throughout the pool. The quick pass, little move out in front, and then the score. Nearly a double-digit lead, one away, as we get goal number 1 in the third quarter. Play will resume at the midline. Couple of subs for ASU hopping into the water. And now play will continue. Being smothered out right at the white line. Nowhere for them to even really swim to. Quick pass, pushed away. ASU trying to throw the hands up, saying, hey, I didn't touch. Clearly you did. Now opposite left corner, looking, a little behind the back pass, quick move, hesitation. In the attack formation, trying to get the lane, bounce, skipped, and pushed. Another great block. The attempts becoming a little bit more frequent for the Foxes still. The accuracy and the misdirection to get it to connect with the back of the net has yet to be a formula they've dialed in. ASU near right corner, trying to get it in the attack. Play resumes with 13 seconds, pushed over to the red line, opposite side, now back in front. And yes, the flick behind for the score. ASU takes the double-digit lead, 10-1 with 4:55 left in quarter number 3. Just another quick scoring attack from the Sun Devils. And they are not letting off the gas pedal, even up by 9. ASU will sub 2 members out, and they're going to bring a couple more with them as well. So everybody getting reps, getting in the water tonight, and that is the advantage of some of these blowout games where you can work in a lot more of your team than you might be able to in a close game. ASU taking full advantage of that, and the coaching staff, Petra Party, the head coach, obviously going to be something that they're happy with. So we dial back in on the pool. ASU had another defensive stop, and now they're going to push it up opposite left side, out at the yellow, and swimming a little bit back more towards the center. They'll lose control. Play resumes on the foul. Pushed out in front with the pass. Now quickly sliced across the pool over near side. 15 seconds, back and forth, outside, and a high ball gets in right underneath the top crossbar. And now it's just running it up. Talk about ASU being undefeated at home. They're in excellent position to get number 8 on the season. Plenty of blowout wins so far, but potential right now for this to be the biggest one of the season. The big one this morning against University of Pacific, 17-5. And then 24-6 against McKendree University back on January the 24th. That one being the biggest point differential so far, but As of now, ASU with the best defensive effort, holding the Foxes to only 1 midway through the third. 4:07 left before we head into the fourth. And it's the Foxes in attacking position near left corner, but we will get a timeout. And play will resume in about 30 seconds here on BlazeSports.com.
Saturday mornings smell like fresh coffee and fresh cut grass. Stadiums fill, bands play, and a whole town's pause for kickoff.
It's not just football. It's family, tradition, and stories you'll tell for a lifetime. The moments that turn Saturdays into something sacred.
Join Trevor Rexius and Taylor Gottney every Friday, 2 to 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Because every Saturday has glory, and we're here to share it.
Because college football lives forever.
Do you know what the National Association of Black Journalists is? No, I don't think so. Well, do you know we have a podcast? I think I might have heard of it. Well, my name is Seymour Clark. And I'm Takel Woods. And we are your hosts of the Black Parent Podcast, where we talk about college, community, and culture. You can find us weekly on Spotify or live every Friday at 3 on BlazeRadioOnline.com. Make sure to tune in. Bye. Bye.
Clark, step back three. You bet. Hall lets it fly.
Hey, it's Lauren.
And I'm Kinla. We're two sports journalism majors who basically grew up on the field, the court, and in the stands.
Welcome to the athlete era.
We'll bring you back down into the waters here in Tempe, Arizona. 3:50 remaining in quarter number 3 for ASU hosting Marist Waterpolo, and the Foxes unable to get anything going since their early goal back in quarter number 1. It's 11-1, a 10-point double-digit lead currently. ASU on the attack, ball over near right side, out at the yellow. They're going to push it in a little bit further back towards the center, not before they get called for a foul and turn it over. And you're just looking for any positives to take away down by 10 and trying not to give ASU their best defensive performance of the season thus far, if you're the Red Foxes right now. Tipped away, ASU able to scoop into the gap and get the steal, and that one just looked a little too easy. A bad pass, and ASU was just all over it. Now 3 minutes to go. Left side, opposite portion of the pool. Pass way out in front, and that one goes a little far. ASU now able to scoop it up with 15 on the clock. Everybody crowding in front of the net, near, back. Looking around, a star has formed in front of the net as ASU just passing around back and forth. Who's going to make a mistake on defense? ASU can't hold on to the pass, they'll have to swim to it. And that's going to take a little bit of time off the clock, down to 13. And into the left side of the net, scoots its way in. And the reaction speed not there for Marist as they give up the 12th goal of the game. A lot of games happening this weekend at the Arizona State Invitational. Marist didn't have as long of a break as the Sun Devils did. They played just 2 games prior ago at 3:45 p.m. when they won 16-11 over the University of the Pacific. Both them and ASU taking home nice victories against them. But now, on the flip side, it's been a challenge, and part of that, obviously, the stamina later in the day. Under 10 on the shot clock. Foxes still out at the yellow, opposite side of the pool, throwing high and bounces off the top of the crossbar and off to the left side with 2:04 on the clock. Another failed attempt. ASU quick to move it down the pool, opposite side, hanging in right by the yellow. The whistle will come, clock will stop. They will reset and pass it towards the center. Ball now right near, slightly out, and it's just passing the circle. They want to crowd the defense. Just get one quick look, that's what you need, and it happened again. As a little mushroom Mario power-up sound plays. That's how ASU feels. I think in Mario, you can only eat one of those at a time. While ASU, they just keep eating them up right now. It's been such a dominating game, 13-1. And it's the frequency of these scores that also has extended the length of this game somewhat. Keep in mind, originally this game was scheduled to start at 5:30. Got a later start time, currently 6:48 here in Tempe, Arizona. Ball over far left side, 15 on the clock. Play resumes. Fox slowly retreating. Gonna push it out further. They'll reset to 30. Now back. Out at the red, centered. Left side at red. Looking right hand. Heaves over. Hanging on that bottom side, and they finally get one to go. That's the second goal for Marist this game, and hey, you needed anything, right? A positive like that, even if it may be a personal positive, that's what you need. 13-2, minute 4 until the end of the third, and it took them over 2 quarters to get that second one, and maybe that might be the first domino that they needed to fall to get a few more on the board. ASU centered, red line, quick dump in. And that one nearly turned over, but ASU underneath the water will call a foul, and they'll pass it out. Getting down low, near side, high pass, and that one went out. Slipped out of the hands of Hannah McClaskey. It's a good pass, and just not enough to hold on. Under 30 seconds, ball far side, moving into that left corner. Centered. Now off to the left slightly, but still out far, thrown in a little bit closer, and then tipped back. Ball floats its way into the goalie's hands. 5 seconds to go in the third. ASU, everybody pushing up, trying to get one last attempt from out deep, and they'll just hold it. So period 3 will come to a close. Still an 11-point lead for ASU as we return in just under 3 minutes. Stay tuned.
If you love being in the know for sports, the Scouting Session is the place for you.
We pull back the athletic curtain, giving you a look into the stars of tomorrow.
From the icy rinks in Canada
to the racetracks across the West Coast
and inside your favorite dugouts, we highlight young athletes from around the globe.
Plus, we bring them on the show for more in-depth conversations.
You won't want to miss it.
Tune in every Monday at 1 p.m. on Blaze Radio.
Blaze Game Day is here.
We welcome you back to Blaze Game Day here.
The best of Blaze Radio has assembled to go over the top games for Arizona State athletics.
Jordan Tyson's going to show up every game. He's going to give you a touchdown. But when he's out, who's the guy that can be that consistent force offensively?
Tap in every Friday to watch the hot takes and picks of the Blaze Game Day crew.
Looking at the president of the Jeff Sims fan club right here. I hope that he just has a really, really great game.
No matter the sport, Blaze Game Day will have high-quality coverage and get the scoop for you.
We're going to get the sticks out, we're going to drop the pucks, and we're not going to drop the gloves, though. We won't fight.
Subscribe to Blaze Sports on YouTube and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out.
All right, we got the game prediction in, and then we'll we can go to Waffle House.
Waffle House.
Yes.
Do you want to stay updated on the world of soccer, or hear Arsenal fans tell you why we're winning the league? Then you need to tune in to Park the Bus on Blaze Radio. Go to blazeradioonline.com at 7:30 every Monday morning to hear Alex Swift and Bob Blue, alongside the occasional guest host, talk everything soccer.
And now, the flop is near, and so we face the final season of Flopstar here on Blaze Radio, on blazeradioonline.com. Tune in on Mondays at 2 p.m. Arizona time here on Blaze Radio, on blazeradioonline.com, to get your fix on sports, media, and all other kinds of complaining, only here on Flopstar.
When I live on blazesports.com. I'm Jaden Ricken, providing you your coverage of today's water polo matchup between Arizona State University and Marist University. It has currently been an absolute clobbering from the Sun Devils on the Foxes, 13-2, as we enter the final 8 minutes of play in quarter number 4. Mona Plummer Aquatic Center here in the heart of Tempe, Arizona. We're so glad to have you joining us. It's been a real impressive game for ASU offensively, and the way that they've been able to swarm around the net. For the Foxes, it's been a game where you look at them and say, was this really the team that was able to win that blowout against the University of the Pacific earlier today? And all the factors of the Arizona State Invitational going into that, the quick succession of these games being across the country. But for the time being, the answer remains that ASU has been the dominating factor, and the Foxes have come up empty-handed nonetheless. That time they'll skip it in and get goal number 3, caught the Sun Devils off guard. There was a whistle to reset, and they played off that split second right on the right side in from about the red circle. ASU moving to the right, Foxes moving to the left. And that was a powerful throw, good move all around. Getting suffocated back near the midline, they'll pass it out. Now in the red, throwing and a little tip, bounces off the crossbar. And one of the only defensive stops we've seen in or at the net this game. ASU able to push it back out with the shot clock reset. On the perimeter, pushed into the interior, and a quick spin backwards. Oh man, that one had some force on it, and they go up 14-3. Just a lot of aggression in that throw, and those kind of backhands have been pretty efficient for ASU near the inside today. And I mean, they certainly have caught the Foxes defense off guard. Under a minute now, a minute into quarter number 4. ASU just played phenomenal so far. The least amount of goals they've given up all season was 5 earlier today against the University of Pacific when they won by 12. And then we look back on January 24th when they won 24-6. That's been their largest win, but the second most amount of goals they've given up. Right now, they're in a position where they can put on their best defensive showing of the season so far. Foxes turn it over in the opposing left-hand corner of the pool, under 6:30 to go. It's been a little bit of deja vu. Most times when they're able to push the ball down there on the inside, left-hand ASU passes back out on the perimeter. 10 on the shot clock, out at the yellow. Left hand now work back into the center. They'll scoot in, near right side. 5 on the clock. Inside, turning high, and that one just had to kind of be a no-looker. And sometimes you're going to get a little bit too high of a throw like that. 6 minutes to go. For the Foxes, this season has been an interesting one, to say the least, as they try and string together some positives to take away from this tournament. 4-1 overall, quite early into their official season. One loss so far came at Princeton University back on the 31st of January. And tonight they could be handed their first loss at the Invitational. Deep inside, looking, hesitating, a little pop-up pass. Still down low, hanging inside, looking, a lot of, and off to the left backhand corner. They get goal number 4. The Foxes testing ASU's capability in the fourth. Obviously, Sun Devils getting a lot of work with a lot of different players right now with this lead, but they want to test them as well. And, you know, obviously you're going to play until the end, but certainly at this point you're just kind of looking for smaller victories, that being one of them there, just to get in there and down low, make the moves that they struggled oh so much to do in the first half. 5:15 on the clock. Weak pass near right side. Sun Devils pushing over to the right goal. Foxes working to the left, and ASU called for the foul. Will turn it over, and the Foxes will go back towards the left. Deep pass out corner. They don't see it. ASU pops it out, and now the Foxes have it on the pop out over left far corner opposite side. Quick pass near left. Hanging out right now down by the bottom left-hand side of the net. 14 on the shot clock. They'll pass out center at the yellow line. Looking back and forth. High pass tips off the crossbar. A couple of times now where they're getting down there and getting the shots on goal, and that could be the victory in itself. Maybe the accuracy is a goal for a future day, but just getting those shots on goal right now, important for those reps. ASU has it near side. Leah Merez, the sophomore, backed up all the way over here at the lane line. She'll pass it out, centered. 3 Sun Devils out wide, and from deep, it sneaks its way in and almost didn't feel like they were really ready to just throw it in. It was kind of the fake out. She made it kind of look like a pass, not a real attempt, and had enough power on it to find it and just thread the needle. .422 left, and ASU is clearing the bench. Everybody's coming out. Up now 15-4. And it's always kind of demoralizing when a team does that against you. You start to feel like, okay, they're just kind of messing with us. And, you know, maybe you can use that to your advantage as a player and try and get a couple more scores off of that. The Foxes have it now, left side, right in front, going into the inside of ASU's deep left area, but just not a lot of looks. Ball gets tipped away, and they lose it. That ball zooms its way through the air. ASU swimming out in front. But a foul back near the midline. Resets it, gives it back to Marist. At the midline, moving. Not a lot of pressure. They're not getting picked up until about the yellow or red line. Line on, line drive blocked away. That one had the power, the angle, but the better defense comes up for the Sun Devils. Moving right side, right out in front. No defenders around. They're going to get her while she goes under and push it back. They'll give ASU a second chance, but took away what would have likely been a goal. Pass over to the far right corner side. 6 on the shot clock. Centered back out at the midway line. 3 to shoot. Thrown out in front, trying to get the backhand, but no, they'll lose control with 1 second left on the shot clock, and now 3 minutes to go in the game. going back. The Foxes to the left have it at the midway line, hanging on that far side of the pool. Now they'll pass it back, and then it will be worked around, eventually ending up in that left-hand corner with 7 seconds. Whistle called. That'll stop it momentarily. Pass out, still from far at the yellow. 3 seconds, skipped off and just nearly missed. Right side bounced. Worked back to the goalie for the Sun Devils, who lead still 15-4. 2:20 on the clock. ASU has it on the near. Gabby Gaetano, the junior, had it for a second. Correction. Hannah McClaskey. McClaskey has it down low. Right hand, looking. 3 defenders in, and they'll tip it before it even gets to the goalie. Blocked away. And just the Foxes now will clear their bench, as some of them have been trying to get tall down low. The defense kind of able to plug the holes a little bit more often than what they were doing in the first, and they won't clear the whole bench. Everybody got up, and then half of them sat down. Appreciate you tuning in if you're listening to us live on blazesports.com. One of the biggest student radio clubs in college, in the nation. So we are bringing you coverage of so many sports this weekend. Water polo, softball, hockey coming up next as well. Basketball, we got it all. Minute 55, ball near left side. Foxes right out in front. This is an opportunity for an easy goal, but no. The fouls come, and they'll have to reset. Quick pass. Hanging out on the perimeter. Now trying to get it centered. No, they'll hang it over on that far left side. Still down low. Now centered out in front, near left corner. Down low, looking. Trying to get high, hanging up. No, they'll pass back left corner. Looking and work back to the left near hand. They want that centered. Line on, 10 seconds and blocked. It got tipped, then landed into the goalie's hands right in front as she got her body in the way. Otherwise, it would have drifted in. ASU will get in position on offense now. Minute 15 to go in this game. Far left-hand side of the pool is where the Sun Devils will pick it up at the yellow line. Right hand, deep pass down low, and nearly went in, hit off the top of the crossbar, and then bounced right down with an angle that almost could have let it find its way in, but no, just it hung out in front. 5:52 to go. The Fox down by 11. Maybe try and knock that down to only being by 10. Centered, near, red line, looking, throwing, and they get it. So they'll cut it down to 10. It's 15-5, and they will tie ASU for their least amount of goals given up all season, which came earlier today versus the University of Pacific. That was a 17-5 blowout for ASU that they won. And the offense has certainly let off in the second half for ASU. The defense was able to hang in there for quite a while, though, obviously, getting some of these bench players in. And the fourth has been the main reason, the main factor for the Foxes starting to find success. 15-5 with 24 seconds to go. ASU just kind of holding on, and they'll find it in the back one last time, most likely. That one coming from in between the white and yellow, pretty centered. And it didn't have a lot of power, but I think the fatigue and the mental aspects playing a big part in the Foxes just trying to escape out of this one and go relax and recover the remainder of this Saturday night. Tomorrow they'll take on Fresno State at 12:30, followed by SDSU at 4:15. So 2 busy games, 2 difficult ones tomorrow. Little plopper taken away by ASU. So the final score is 16-5. Arizona State remains undefeated at home as they pick up win number 11 on the season. Jaden Ricken on your coverage of Arizona versus Marist Waterpolo today on Blaze Sports. For Station Director Parker Porrell and Sports Director Alan Judson saying, I will see you next time on blazeradio.com.